Hey, what's up guys, James93 here and welcome to another video. So this weekend we are competing in the British 24 hour at Teesside this weekend. After a great result at the Le Mans 24 hour, third place in class, I was really happy with that. It was a great achievement and hopefully we can keep that sort of momentum and achievement going for this weekend for the British 24 hour. So it'll be myself again, it'll be my captain Ian Nelson, it'll be Lewis and Paul, and hopefully, fingers crossed, as it's the British 24 hour, I've done it for about 6-7 years now, in both sort of karts, the higher karts class and the pro karts. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. 95 teams, which is really good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that it will be really good. So I'm all packed and ready. And yeah, hopefully this weekend, really excited. So yeah, so let's see what happens. Bring on. So I'll be leaving obviously in the morning to get to the track, to get all sort of tents all prepared, and pit boards, etc., kart allocation, and then obviously the practice tomorrow at, I think, about 4 till 6 or 4 till 6 or 8. But during the day there will be owner kart practice as well. So hopefully there will be some. Yeah, I'll try and do the best I can to get as lot of footage as possible. That's what I'm here for. That's why I've got the camera. So hopefully the vlog will be a lot better than Le Mans. Fingers crossed. So yeah. So hi guys, good morning. James93 here. So we are going to be on our way to Teesside in a little while. It's 3:30 in the morning. So hopefully the traffic will be all good. So let's get going. I'm all packed. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Hi guys, so we are here at Teesside. We've just arrived. Traffic wasn't too bad. It was a terrible start on the M25. There by the A12 turnoff, there was roadworks that were finishing up, and yeah, it was just a very sort of unexpected moment where we had to sort of slam the anchors on. Well, everyone slammed the anchors on in front, and yeah, it was just weird. Weather was atrocious on the A1, but it wasn't too bad, the journey. There was a few idiotic drivers, but it can't be helped. So yeah, did it all in one run without stopping, which was quite good. So we have arrived at the track now. It's 10 past 8. So what we're going to do now is we are going to set up the tent, and as you can see, judging by, I don't know if you can see out there, it's a nice puddle, but behind there is a bit of green, so hopefully that it will be dry. If not, we'll get a camping bed or something to raise yourself up a little bit from getting wet. So let's set up the tent now, and let's set the tent up, and yeah, if the weather eases off a little bit, we'll have a track walk if we've got time. If not, we'll have to do that tomorrow. So right, let's get the tent out and let's do it. Right, you alright guys? Yes, so the tent is all done, and as you can see, it's started to piss it down already. Yeah, I am knackered. The airbed is hard work with a manual pump, so electric pump is essential, absolutely essential. But literally, I just had a quick look at all my gear, and I thought, as I was driving up, I thought, shit, I forgot something. I forgot one thing. I forgot my watch charger, but there was an essential thing that I nearly forgot, and I've looked in my bag now, and I'm like, hooray, it's in there. So it literally, it proper frightens you a little bit when like oh yeah, it's just yeah. So when you're driving, you think, oh, I've forgotten something, but no. So right, so we will go now and do a track walk. Alright guys, so we are out in the sort of pit area, as you can see. This is where all the driver changes and all that goes, and then it goes all the way down to, accelerates out of the pits there. So yep, it's not raining, so I thought I'd do a track walk. Let's do a track walk together. So yes, I've been round Teesside more times than I can count. Literally, yeah, we've had one good sort of race win in the rookies, and I was literally just talking to a couple of the guys saying hello, and saw Bob Hutchinson. There's talks about doing an owner 24-hour next year, but yeah, we're sort of trying to get everything together, but we'll focus on this weekend first and then see how it goes. So, oh dear, yeah. So yeah, as you come out of the pits, okay guys, so we are at Gravel's Corner. As you can see, there's nice gravel on the outside. I don't think it's deeper than Le Mans, but funnily enough, I've not been in there. I've never been in there, so yeah, it's quite a bit of a sort of hill coming down. This is the new curb bit that they've flattened, which looks very, very nice. It's quite bumpy still there on the entrance to the corner on the outside, so you want to be sort of hugging the inside in this bit here. And then it leads to a sort of runoff area bit here. It's a good spot. Let me just turn the camera around for a minute. Hold on. Yeah, this corner here is actually a really good overtaking spot, and it's also really good if you're sort of in a position in a battle with a group. You don't want to run too wide out here. I've done that before a few times, SG Pets in practice. In fact, I'll show you a clip just now. Yes, that was a off I had in SG Pets. I had no idea I did it, and just, yeah, the kart just veered off, and yeah, it went off on that runoff bit. I was just in front of me, just here, and yeah, lots of dust was kicked up and everything, and that was really not good for the kart. And I think I got a shake of the head by the Teesside staff when I did that. I put my hands up to it. I owned up. I said, took it a bit too wide. So yeah, so we've done Gravel Corner and that runoff bit, and now we're going to go off to the little right-left chicane before going up the hill. Okay, so now we're on to the sort of international side of the track. Well, we've already started because we got past Gravel Corner. So this area, yeah, it's really sort of, obviously there's quite a lot of curb on the inside. You want to be as tight on the inside as you can. You don't want to be too far out wide. I've done that a few times when I've fought with someone to try and keep the position. But yeah, as you can see there, I don't know who's been hitting that, but Jesus, that, I mean, look at that. Like, obviously there's, yeah, no wonder, but I mean, wheels or karts have been breaking because they've been hitting that. You don't want to be there. You want to be on this red and white curb here, and nice and flat, and not damage the kart. But whoever's done that is, honestly, they're like bandits. So yeah, you want to take it nice and flat, sort of round here. You don't want to hit that big tyre wall thing on the left hand side. And as you can see, the kart starts to sort of go up the hill. We're starting to walk a little bit of gradient now. I can feel it on my legs. So up the hill we go. That's quite nice, a nice little spot there for people to watch. Marshal post there on the left hand side there. So as we're going up the hill, yep, so yes, this is quite a long track as well, I forgot to mention. but I thought I'd mention it to you now. It is quite a long track and it's quite steep, as you can see. Look how steep that is. Yeah, pretty impressive, isn't it? I've actually done the track a few times in reverse and it's actually quite fun, but yeah, you can't beat the proper one where it goes as normal as it does. So right, so here we are onto the next sort of corner where we're going up the hill, on top of the hill. Ideally you want to keep it nice and sort of tight in the middle, not let the kart run out too wide, especially in the wet. You don't want to be sort of all the way out here. You want to keep it nice and tight through there, and it leads on to a really big long straight, very long straight this. Yeah, you get a lot of speed here on the owner karts. You will get picked up very quickly. So my advice to any drivers is literally just keep it nice and tight, let it run wide, and this is leading on to the straight. Okay, as we lead on to the straight now, the track, as you can see, it's a little sort of tiny right kink here. So yeah, this is a really good straight. One of the best parts of the track, I think, in my opinion, because I really do like this straight. You pick up a lot of top end speed, a lot of draft. The owner karts come flying here. Like the amount of times when I've sort of you sense they're sort of gonna be up behind you at this point, because it's literally just such a really long straight and it's very wide, so you'll get owner drivers go right of you, they'll go left of you, and you might accidentally get a whack up the back, which luckily enough I've not sustained. So as we go through, obviously here you can see, as you go along here, you can obviously see the pits and all the sort of start finish area, and we're back onto the part of the national circuit as we're just approaching the S's. Okay guys, here we are at the S's. As you can see from obviously looking there, you cannot see the straight because obviously it kinks round to the left. So you come through here and then literally into the sort of chicane. Obviously in the wet you do not want to touch these, as these will proper unsettle the car, and you can only go a single file through here. We have seen people do it side by side, but ideally, yeah, as you can see there, you've got a few tyre marks there when someone's had to give up the space. But yeah, really good part of the track in this part. As we approach hairpin 1. So this is the second part of the S's. As you can see, we've just gone past the first part of the S's, so we're now in the second. So literally you're in a position, there is a few marks along here, and you'll probably, from a clip that I'll show you, probably when people straight line the S's, it means they just go over the grass, and probably that dirt mark there, that is probably Carl Parkins' kart marks from SG Pitch, from the clip when I did the sprint with him, or it may be more other victims of the thing, but yes, there's a lesson why obviously through the S's you don't go side by side with people, and I could show you the clip now of what happened to Carl in the sprint race when I was batting for him for the lead. Okay, here we are, hairpin 1. Not my best corner. I've been off here a few times in the wet. An EKL round you might have seen here, I hugged the white line, but then the kart wouldn't slow down, so I basically outbraked myself and went straight on. But a lot of people have done this in practice today and yesterday. So it's a very sort of nice fast corner this, but then obviously you're hard on the brakes and then just hugging. You don't want to be too far out there. There's been a few incidents in the past where I've been turned and stuck against the tyre barrier, but there's nothing you can do. If you're stuck, you're stuck. If you can get out, then you've got a lottery ticket basically. So now we're approaching hairpin 2. Another good corner, because obviously it opens up after hairpin 1. So say you were dive bombed, then you get a chance of a cutback. So you can either have the inside for hairpin 2, or you could take it nice and tight and then try and get a cutback and a good exit on hairpin 2. That's, again, these, see the white lines here, you want to nice and tug them as much as possible. You don't want to be on the red and white, because as you can see, it's very, very uneven. Oh no, it's even hurting my feet already. My poor feet, yeah, it was a bit muddy today. So as you can see, we're coming out of hairpin 2 now, and now we're going to lead on to the straight and head towards South Bank. The cool thing about a track walk is obviously when it's dry you can see what's out there. When it's wet tomorrow, it will literally just be guess and going. But that's what's predicting tomorrow with the rain. But it's just nice to get a nice track walk. It's also good exercise as well to stretch your legs for tomorrow. I love doing a track walk. Always go to when you have the opportunity to do a track walk before the race or practice or the weekend, just do it, because every little bit helps. You don't know what's out there. You know, F1 drivers do track walks, racing drivers do track walks. But yeah, it would be quicker to do it on a bike or a scooter or something. I actually at Rower I did that once in an EPEC race, and BPEC I did a lap pissed in a scooter, my mate's scooter. Yeah, I didn't fall off though. Yeah, but I got a good lap in. Okay, here we are. So South Bank, one of probably the fastest part of the corners, and it's a really long. Obviously they do this, a lot of them drifting, but yeah, this is a really fast corner. You want to keep it nice and tight. You don't want to be too far on the outside. In the wet, you probably want to hug the middle or the inside, depending on if there's grip, if it's drying out, etc. Yes, I'm doing a vlog. Hello. Like and subscribe. Hello.
This is what last place looks like.
Yes.
Kind of a big deal. People know.
Yes. That was Dave Cyrus and Chris Cyrus. They're really good friends of mine. I've raced them over the years, and I've even raced them online on F1 and iRacing, and I'll tell you what, they are the funniest guys, and full credit to them. They're in Team Kart Force with veteran soldiers and armed forces, and as always it's great respect to race with people like that. So yeah, apologies for the language if there was any language there or sarcastic talk, but yeah. Oh dear. But it's nice. Hope I get a couple of more like and subscribes from people. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A floodlight, as when it goes dark, the floodlights come on so we can see the track a lot more easier. But sometimes when it's dark you cannot see puddles, so it's literally just feeling what's out there. And yeah, there's a few people tenting up there in gazebos. So as we now approach hairpin 3, and here we are approaching hairpin 3. Really nice place to overtake, especially if you get a good run from some sort of hairpin 2 round South Bank, and then if you've got the gap you go for it, because as you can see the track is very, very wide. So yeah, lots of chance to overtake and make up places, positions. So yeah, as you swing round hairpin 3, yeah, you lead on to hairpin 4. Now when it was really raining, here's a tip. You might see a clip of, I don't know if you might have seen a clip when I did EKL once here, but all of this was all covered in water. I ended up over there. So yeah, I'll show you the clip now. That was literally one of the first ever proper mistakes that no one expected me to make. I went literally veered off. I almost went on to the other side, back to South Bank, and people were going, "What the hell were you doing?" But I was like, I could not see. You saw on the video on my helmet cam, I just could not see, and literally I keep talking about it and people mention it, but yeah, that was driving blind basically. Okay, so hairpin 4. Literally really fast part of the corner. It's more quicker than hairpin 3 because literally sort of the corner runs a lot wider than hairpin 3. Hairpin 3 is the exit where it's nice and tight, and hairpin 4 is where you literally just come round and then proper keep it tight and off you go, and then onto the straight towards start finish. So again, another good opportunity for overtaking or to sort of get a run on people before the start finish and the day basically. Just to warn you as well, as you're coming on the exit, just be very careful not to go too wide on this bit here, because I will show you a clip of how not to go fully wide on this bit, because you will spin it, as you'll see right now. And here we are onto a little left kink in the start finish. Really cool part of the track as well. As you obviously, you're approaching start finish, you can see obviously the gazebos, people cheering, and the timing screen above you. Really good sort of, it's nice to see that sort of thing. And I want to say as well, with the work that they've done over the years to improve the facilities and the circuit, hats off to Teesside karting, especially the lights as well, the flashing lights that they have on not just the digi but around the circuit as well. Really awesome. Keeps obviously the marshals a bit more safe, makes the drivers aware of what's going on, so yeah, hats off to them. Right, here we go guys, so literally nice, try not to go on the inside of that too much, you don't want to hit the grass and bounce the car and overcorrect it, and we'll go towards start finish. There's main flags, marshalled there a few times with the staff, done a few 24 hours and the student 24 hour, and we go on to approaching the D. Yes, the D. A very fun fast corner, but you could always sometimes get it wrong, and I've noticed, and mainly it's in the wet, or if people are running the curbs on the outside too much to unsettle the car. Here's the D. Really good sort of part of the circuit. Good overtaking opportunity as well, but also it can lead to incidents as well, as there's not much runoff on the outside. As you can see, the grass, the track narrows and tightens. Then you've got a really big huge curb that you do not want to hit. I've done it once or twice in my years of racing this, and it's easily done, and it's basically, if you hug that curb way too much, you will end up over here. I've never gone off there, but I've a few times gone over there once or twice by accident. So this nice big curb on the exit, as you can see, yes, a lot of people touch it and hit it. And as we're in here guys, it's just started raining again. So yeah, not long to go to practice, but yeah, the rain is very much with us. So I've got my wetsuit already, got all my gear ready, so yeah, let's just do it. Won't need a shower because I'm probably going to have one throughout the day, I think.
Oh, another one.
Where's Ian Nelson? Oh, yeah. Is he going to come in? Is he going to come in? No, he's going to go around. Hey guys, so yeah, practice, yes, it was very, very wet. Did 10 laps, the kart felt absolutely fine, and then unfortunately the red flag had to come out due to river on the track on start finish and down towards gravel corner. So at the minute we're just sort of waiting until the track is all clear due to start. I think we're starting 9th because we're going straight from practice into the race. So yeah, qualified 9th, which I'm quite happy with that as a start. As you can see, I am literally surrounded by a lake and my tent has been the victim of it. So yes, for the next few minutes I will be clearing all the stuff that's dry, throwing it into the car, and all the wet stuff I'm just leaving it in there.
How long is this going to take?
Sullivan, Tom Butterworth, and away we go then for the start of this year's British 24-hour, and the run down to a very wet rib bend starts immediately. Everyone looking good at the moment. Here come the higher karts led by, I think that's Ed Bars at the front of the order, and nearly 100 karts running in this race into rib bend. We've already got some of the hires off down in before they even got to rib bend. Yes, we have had spinners through rib bend as well, and look at the size of the puddles down the far end of the circuit, and straight away there's trouble for Barry Newman, one of our 24-hour efforts this year, in a bit of a carbon copy to what we saw for Ian Williams' efforts a couple of years ago. A spin down at rib bend. We said there was going to be action down there, and sure enough, not everybody has got through there unscathed.
Crucial, Andrew, that the drivers play themselves into this gradually. You know, they've had several hours of...
Hey guys, so I've just done my stint. Sony camera's a little bit wet, so I'm filming on my phone. So literally just done my first stint. Had the best start ever. Went from 9th to second overall. It was a great start. Literally was getting into grips with it. Then I saw obviously Paul's team, Cam 95, race for Rubens get turned, and I thought, God, I thought we were in the lead, but I was second overall. And then literally doing so well until approached the back marker, and yeah, they turned in on me and I spun. Not once but twice. So, and I've hit a couple of karts as well. Basically, I know obviously they've spun, but you've got to rejoin the circuit in a safe manner. You can't just hit on the racing line, and I ended up hitting him because I had nowhere to go. So if the driver's got a sore neck, you know, serves him right. So yeah, so at the minute we're 3rd overall, first in class. So yeah, we'll see how we do when we keep going. The track dried out and it's literally getting quicker and quicker. I was hitting really good fast times, but yeah, so we'll keep going. I think we're a lap down, and as you can see on the camera now, as you can probably feel, it's starting to rain again. But we'll keep going. So far so good. Onwards and upwards.
In the middle, but they will too come into the pit lane very shortly for their service stop as well, so it will redress itself in due course.
I know we've got different classes, but Teesside Tigers being 2nd overall in hires is yet another good showing from that team. We saw at Le Mans that they really have.
If they don't have mechanical problems, they really are a strong outfit.
A strong outfit, yeah, and it's been that's been their Achilles heel over the last few years. Has been mechanical breakages, accidents, just silly little things, chains dropping off and things like that. Yeah, right up there again. 2nd overall in hires, and they're not even in the higher elites. They're in higher pro, so they're in the 2nd of the 4 classes here.
Yeah, the 3 normal drivers in that, Tom. Obviously with Ian Nielsen, Lewis Jolly, and James Shrimpton have been supplemented this weekend in the British 24-hour race by Harry Roddis, who we know from the Teesside Owner Sprint Series, and also Paul Watson, who we know from being incredibly quick in the wet, but also very streamlined because he can barely see over the steering wheel. And 2 years ago, and he still loves it, we were trying to figure out who the 12-year-old was in the kart because he could barely see over the steering wheel. He's in his 40s. Yeah, and he still dines out on that one.
So lap times are coming back down again now.
Hi guys, so yeah, been a long 23 hour, sorry, yes. Been very, very interesting indeed. We had heavy rain which delayed the race start, so we missed obviously qualifying, so practice became qualifying, basically the result. So qualified 9th, and then first stint got up to, had an awesome start, got up to 2nd, and then got turned around a little bit once or twice, but nothing major. Yeah, very, very happy with all my stints. Weather is a lot better than it was yesterday, sunshine, but yeah, it's been awesome. The kart has been fantastic. We had a bit of an issue during the service, but apart from that, it's all good. So currently running P1 in our class, and we are 4th overall and only 1 lap behind 3rd overall. So could be a possible podium overall in the highs. So we'll keep going. Got a couple of hours to go. So yeah, I'm shattered. So all my stints are done. I've had something to eat, had a nice shower, and now I'm going to sort of help the team with the pit stops and help the drivers bring the kart home. So yeah, see what happens at the end.
It was an issue, but they're in.
Off on the outside of the D chicane. We're going to get a Teesside Tigers update, Tom.
Yep.
How you doing, guys?
Guys, you all right?
Yeah, Ian's here. Ian Nelson has come in with James Shrimpton as well. So, Ian, it looks like heartbreak again.
Yeah.
For the class win. I mean,
Yep.
still going to be on the podium.
Yep.
No shy effort, that is it really. Still to be on the podium, but leading for so long. Talk us through what happened. And here is the just going through the shot. There was the number 0.
We've been struggling with brakes for probably the last 2 sessions, and yeah, we've got a long brake pedal, and then Lewis has gone out. I did tell him it was going to be long brake pedal, and basically what's happened is he sort of just they just locked on, and so it got no power, the brakes weren't working, it came off, and then to top it all, it didn't make the stop for the fuel, which was really annoying, so we've had to actually then make a splash and dash again. So that's cost us another lap. So basically, there we go, there's another
That's
race.
tiredness, that is.
Yeah, it
pure
is.
tiredness. He's come in and he's just forgotten.
He has got he's not slept at all.
Yeah.
But he did exactly the same, unfortunately, at Le Mans, which is so annoying. But it is disappointing for the lads. I mean, some of these lads have never had a first place trophy, and I don't know. It's just upsetting for them, really.
So we're on 904 laps. Team Bonato 906 laps.
Yeah.
26 minutes to go. It's going to be very difficult unless Bonato needs to stop again.
I'm going to say they need to have a technical somehow, somewhere, but you never know.
You don't wish it on them.
No,
but,
not at all. No.
But that's the facts of racing. Oh, do you know what? They're due a stop.
Yeah, no, they've got to stop. But they're not going to lose that amount of time, surely to goodness. Other than if they have a problem like we had with the actual clutch. But other than that, we shall see.
907 laps ticked over now. 904, going to be 905 this time around. It's going to be...
It'll be close.
It's going to be close at the end. Yeah, I think there's probably going to be around about half a lap in it. So
yeah. the karting gods unfortunately haven't been brilliant with us for the last couple of years, but we'll keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Do it again. We'll be back again. And
You always
again.
are.
Absolutely.
Always are.
Don't get rid of us that easy.
No, definitely. Well, thank you very much for coming in and letting us know.
I thought I'd just give you a quick update. That's what's happened.
Yeah,
right?
well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next year.
My pleasure. See you later. Thank you, lads.
We've got Core Blimey Racing, Race for Ruben and SKA Racing are your top 3 in that class. In our Higher Pro, Team Bonato, Teesside Tigers and Century Sim Racing are your top 3.
Hi guys, so that is all done. We are back home after the British 24-hour at Teesside. So the result, we finished second. Unfortunately, we were so close to getting first, but with obviously the issues that we had with that 1 hour to go, it was really quite hurtful, but that's sort of the way it goes. Sometimes in racing, it can go wrong at any time, and we were just unfortunate that it happened 1 hour before the end. We were leading all the way through from start to the 1 hour to go, and it's just unfortunately Lewis had that issue with the brakes and the power, and that's the way it goes. It's that one problem that can change your whole race, but unfortunately it's one of those things. But hats off to all of them. They all drove brilliantly. Like, it was a good race. From literally sort of where we started, obviously the conditions and stuff like that, to then finish a dry race with sunshine is you know, if it felt good on Sunday. Like, it was dry, had a bit of rain during the evening, but it's a 24-hour race. It could be wet, it could be dry, it could be both. It's just the way it goes. From literally sort of where we started, obviously the conditions and stuff like that, to then finish a dry race with sunshine is you know, if it felt good on Sunday. Like, it was dry, had a bit of rain during the evening, but it's a 24-hour race. It could be wet, it could be dry, it could be both. It's just the way it goes. Literally, if I would go back to that Saturday morning, a lot of people would have think that the race wouldn't go ahead. Like, literally, there was puddles at start finish. There was at gravel corner, and the S's in the hairpin one. There was literally, it was like the track was flooded. Like, it was just a big question mark on when the race was going to get going. But hats off to Teesside Karting and all the organisers and staff, Nigel and Paul and Kat and all the marshals, Callum especially on the lorry that turned up to pump the water off the track, which was a big beneficial and made the event happen. So hats off to all of them. It was really, really good. The facilities, the showers, the light system, and the full course yellow procedure on Battenberg was just, in my opinion, a lot better. And the racing was very, very, very good and clean. There was penalties, there was black flags. I'll admit I got one contact warning, which I'll hold my hands up. But the race was just a lot better, and it was just so good. It was really close racing. The owner drivers were, you know, really good, and good to see the BPEC drivers again, because I do miss, like, in the owner karts as well. And hats off, congratulations to all the drivers. Congratulations to MS Soko Select for their win. And Josh, you know, he drove brilliantly. Like, he deserves it. He's been driving so well in the last couple of years. Watching him when I did BPEC and EPEC, racing against him when he was with the Teesside Juniors, the youth team. But to be on a main team, to drive 43, you know, hats off to all of them. Well done to all the top 3 and all the drivers for their result. Also want to say as well, a big well done to Tom and David and all his Alpha Live team to keep the commentary going in the stream, and it felt really good when we went in there for a bit of an update. I would have gone in there at the graveyard shift, but I was really tired during the night. But hats off to all of them. The commentary and just watching it on the screen when I was off track, and seeing Tom and David, like the work they put in and the camera angles The conditions were really, really treacherous on Saturday, but the race was a lot better for them on the Sunday. But hats off to all the team for amazing camera work and streaming and entertaining, and the presentation as well. That was really, really good as well to see at the end. Tom had do the trophies and David do the presentation. It was all hats off, really, really good. A lot of people ask me what am I doing next year, but in the meantime, just going to sort of get through for the rest of the year. But there was talks of doing an owner-driver 24-hour, to do the owner 24-hour class of the Pro Kart next year, but we'll just have to wait and see. It would be nice to do it again, but as you know, obviously money and work and stuff like that. So yeah, I do need a new pair of boots, because for the first time in God knows how many years, I've got blisters on my feet, and that's the only thing that's really knackered me, really. But we'll just have to wait and see. So, but yeah, there's plenty more racing to come with me, but we'll just have to sort of wait and see. Hi guys, so if you enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, give me lots of feedback and comment on how the vlog looks. I will be trying to do a lot more better camera work and add some more sounds. I'm still getting used to DaVinci Resolve, because yeah, I'm not great at computers and IT. We're in that category of vlogging, but we'll keep going. So enjoy the rest of the year, guys. All the drivers, if you're watching this, well done for taking part and being part of the British 23-hour instead of 24-hour, because obviously it was 23 hours, but it's still a 24-hour in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see what happens in 2024. See you later, guys, and yeah, take care. See you on the next video.